Yes, hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. It was a big day at the women's IPL auction. A massive day for all the ladies. There's some big buys. If you see, like, there's everyone had a 12 crore purse, but I'll go through the top boys, how the teams are stacked. Hopefully, my co-host will join me as well. But a big day. We saw the Indian team as well, sitting in South Africa and reacting to the auction, and we were all watching it. It was a lot of fun as well. I'm sure you guys enjoyed the auction. The breaking news is that Smriti Mandhana is an RCB player, and most likely she'll be captain. She was the highest bid at this auction, 3.4 crores, and rightly so. I mentioned yesterday as well, ki Smriti Mandhana, it's not just the batter, it's the brand as well. She's going to take RCB to another level. She's one of the hot properties in women's cricket right now, one of the top players, and it'll just take this further. I think it was a very good buy from RCB. They didn't let her go. Mumbai and RCB were at it for Smriti. Either one were going to get her, and it was RCB in the end. And her captain, she's the vice captain of the Indian team. Her captain Harmanpreet has gone to Mumbai. A bit less than I expected, but we thought that these two will go to one of these teams, and that's exactly what happened. Maybe I think there were stronger rumors that it will be the opposite, that Harman will go to RCB and Smriti goes to Mumbai, but it is what it is now. The other, if you look at the top five buys today, first we'll say it's Smriti Mandhana, 3.4 crores to RCB. Uske baad Ashley Gardner. And this is where recency bias comes in. She just picked up 4 or 5 wickets against New Zealand, and her price just rocketed today. She's the second highest buy, and that's crazy for a foreign player. Ashley Gardner goes for 3.2 crores to the Gujarat Giants. Massive buy, and really happy for her. Then Nat Skiver, I was expecting this 3.2 crores. Mumbai Indians, a very good buy for Mumbai. I think she will be Harmanpreet's vice captain, and I think it'll be good for both of them to play together. And Nat Skiver can bowl, she can bat. She's playing right now against Ireland, and very handy player. Deepti Sharma is the fourth highest buy for 2.6 crore, and she went to the UP Warriors. It's her hometown. I think they want to make her the face. Will she captain? I'm not sure, but she will be a very useful player. She has all the utilities, whether it's batting, bowling, fielding, and I think she'll fit in well in that team. And Jameem Rodriguez, 2.2 crores to the Delhi Capitals, and Delhi Capitals have bought Shifali as well. They bought Meg Lanning, Marizan Cap. I think Delhi has a decent team. I think again yesterday yesterday's innings really helped Jemima today, and yeah, fair enough. Everyone got thing. We thought 2 to 2.5 will be the highest, and RCB changed everything. Chirag bhai, agar aap dekhen to they just came in and they were very aggressive in the auction from the the first minute itself. They just kept going. They went for Smriti, then they went for Elisa Perry, they splash money on her as well, and I think they finished their 50% because they also went for Sophie Devine. I think 50% of their budget was done by in the first round itself, if I'm not mistaken. So I think the way RCB approached it, it caused other teams as well. If you notice, the Harmanpreet might have gone for a bit less, but it was RCB who was pushing her price as well. So I don't know, kya karne wale with Harmanpreet and Smriti, but yeah, they were very aggressive, and that pushed these big buys. For me, the biggest surprise is probably Ashley Gardner. I know she's a great player; she's world champion and everything, but I think it's more recency bias. And another shock is that Elisa Healy went for 70 lakhs. I know that she came in the fifth round, fourth या fifth round में आई थी, and उन्हें घसली भी ट्विटर पे पहले with the India and everything like that. So maybe she wasn't elected she didn't put her name in the hat for the first 2-3 rounds. But yeah, I think 70 lakhs. It's a steal. I think she's in UP, right? That's a steal, man. For Elisa Healy, great batter, great keeper. I know she's a bit older now, but she's a proven player, and I think that's an absolute bargain. And when it comes to Ashley Gardner, we know what she can do. I'm just surprised that she's the second highest in the whole auction itself. Eccleston as well, a good boy. She's got some good money. She got, I think, 1.8 to UP Warriors. UP have a decent team if you look at it. Very good all rounders. Eccleston, they have Deepti Sharma, they have Talia Magra as well. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Shabnam Ismail is also in that team. So, and Elisa Healy. So I like UP's team a lot. I know everyone's going to be talking about RCB. They have all the star names, but the way UP have bought, I'm very impressed, and I think they'll do well in this tournament for sure. They want to build a brand. I don't think team is their first priority. Who are you talking about? RCB? Yeah, I think like RCB, like the way they're building the brand, man. They have, like, Heather Knight as well, England captain. They have Renuka. They have, I got Richa Ghosh as well. Richa Ghosh is hot property right now, especially with the innings yesterday. And in general, we saw what she did against Australia and took that game to the super over in the bilateral recently. So agar aap pura kul mila ke dekhe, to RCB's got some big players, and I'm sure they will market this team properly, and they'll do well on the field and off the field. Again, RCB, even the men's team, they buy players like these, but it doesn't necessarily translate into results. अब ये time देखना पड़ेगा women's team में trophy लेके आएंगे स्मृति या नहीं लेके आएंगे, only time will tell. And I think UP will give them a good run for their money. DC and UP have most balanced size. DC as well. I agree with you. Shifali, Meg Lanning, Jemima, they have Marizan Cap as well. A very good balance. Who's going to captain might be a question, but for me, it's not a question. I would give it to Meg Lanning straight away, but maybe they want an Indian to captain. I'm not sure how it's going to go. But yeah, I agree. DC. And speaking about DC, I've got our special guest joining me right now. He's a huge Delhi Capitals fan. I'm sure he'll be happy with the auction. I'm just adding him in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Go.
How are you? You just coming back from a match or what?
No, just wearing the jersey representing the club as always. And yeah, talking about DC, I just heard you talk about DC. DC is always the best one. It always has the most balanced side, even in women's IPL or men's IPL. But the luck never works for them. Even with the balance side, they always tend to lose the important games when it matters. They do pretty well during the season most of the times, but when it matters, they always crumble. So hopefully that chain is going to break this time.
और आपके हिसाब से what was the for you, like let's say the best buy, and bargain buy, and like overpaid, like if you want to put it in three categories.
Um, for overpaid, I think Smriti Mandana 3.4.
It's gonna happen, man.
I know she's one of the best players in the world right now, but
And
I
it's
think
also marketing, right, Vinay? It's not just her batting. It's not just like,
oh yeah,
oh, उन्हें bowling नहीं करती, वो सब नहीं देखते. It's also about advertisements. It's all about that as well, Yeah.
exactly, and
Yeah.
we both know where you're going to. So
No, it's true. You got a brand. It's a brand that you're building as well. It's not just thing. Otherwise, if you look at it, maybe like some all-rounders should have got more money, or
Yeah.
at least Healy going for 70 lakhs. For me, that was
I,
too little,
I,
man.
exactly. That's what I was coming to. Alisa Haley for 70 lakhs was the most underrated buy, I think. 70 lakhs for her, like, that's very underrated. And kudos. Which team actually bought it? I forgot.
UP, they've got a really
UP.
good team. Yeah.
Yeah, UP has a good team with Deepthi Sharma, the man kid specialist.
Yeah.
Probably going to captain with Alicia Healy in the ranks. It's a really good buy for them. 70 lakhs is nothing for Alicia Healy at this current rate, how she's playing.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if Elisa captains as well. They also have Eccleston.
Oh, Sophie
Amazing,
Eccleston.
amazing. Eccleston. They have Talia Magra as well, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah. Talia
So,
McGrath, one of the premier fast bowlers for
and
Australia,
who else?
has
They
been
have
performing.
my family is also in that team.
Mr. Shabnam Ismail.
Yeah, that's a good team, man. UP's team, if you look at it on paper, strong, अच्छी team है वो.
Another buy, I think bargain buy was Marzina Cap, the South
Yeah,
African.
Delhi.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree, man. She's improved with the bat, but her bowling is pretty accurate. She picked up a couple of wickets, even they
Yeah.
lost to Sri Lanka. Also,
Yeah, Marzina
Delhi just
Cap,
got
Jamima Rodriguez. Yeah.
Delhi also got the girl who is smashing it right now, right, for England, Capsy. I think she's
I
gone for
don't
Delhi
I
as well.
don't remember. I don't remember. I
But
didn't see
yeah,
the
that's
entire team. I saw only some of the team, some of the players in the team.
But Vinay, some players not bought Susie Bates, Tammy, Laura Volvert. We rate her highly. Your girl, man of the match in the first game, Chamari Atapattu, Danny Wyatt, some big names being unsold.
Sorry. Can you repeat? Why is it my girl all of a sudden?
Bro, you're the one who told me watch the Sri Lankan team and they're going to perform and like she's killing it, man.
I told about men's Sri Lankan team, not about women's Sri Lankan team.
Bolo, bolo. Some of these players you're a bit surprised that they've been unsold, and that's because I think RCB went crazy in the first round
Yeah.
itself, where they spent so much money.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's purse was so less at the end of it. I think that's what got them all surprised that everyone's going for these big shot players. I think it is unfair in the sense like the purse limit was lesser. How it was initially for like men's team and stuff. So that way it was unfair. But I think with the new revised purses that every team has. I think they've all gone in the men's format of spending big on big players and then literally lagging at the far end where they don't have enough money for other players.
Were you surprised Harmanpreet went for less than two, or like that's fine? That was a
I
fine price.
think
I think it was a good
it
price
was
for her.
it was a good price because for me, Harmanpreet isn't the same player as she was threatening in the previous years. Like at this point, she's more towards the end of her career, is what I feel personally. But
Hmm.
she's not given up. She's definitely one of the best players still, but not as much as some of the other players.
But again, it's the brand. If she wins the
Yeah,
World Cup, if she wins the World Cup, this
of course.
1.6 will feel like so little. It'll feel like a
Yeah.
big bargain if she wins the World Cup. If Harmanpreet wins this T20 World Cup, that's it. Like Mumbai's stocks will go really high. But yeah,
For
also
one thing for RCB, I noticed they went in similar to the concept they have for the men's team as well.
yeah,
Having Chris Gale, AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli, same like Elisa Berry. Then
Rishi
who's the
Mandana,
keeper that they bought?
Richa
Richa
Ghosh.
Ghosh, Richa
Yeah,
Ghosh, and Smriti Mandana. So,
they
I,
also have the captain of the England team,
yeah,
Heather
what's
Knight.
her name?
Heather
Heather
Knight.
Knight, yeah, Heather
Yeah.
Knight. So I think they've gone with decent players, but again, they're more batting heavy than bowling heavy. So they got to neutralize somewhere, and they need to probably look into that aspect. They're going in that same template, is what I feel.
And also, we were talking about UP, like they're actually bowling heavy, but they have all rounder heavy, you would say. But they've
Yeah,
also bought the young sensation Shirawat. You watched her closely in that under 19 T20 World Cup, so that's a
and that
good
was
buy.
a
Like,
bargain buy. That was a good buy because 60 lakhs or something, right, for her?
yeah, I think so. It was it
60
was
lakhs or something.
mm,
Yeah, so that was a really good buy. She's been excelling. She was the batsman of the tournament in in the World Cup, and she's been giving some amazing starts to India. So watch out for her. I was surprised, like a lot of current Indian under 19 players were not selected, which is something that IPL should have promoted more. Bringing in those young players and actually getting them more game exposure and everything. But I think because of the purses, they didn't buy most of the players.
Yeah, Ibrahim Bhai saying surprised Chamari Ataputu went unsold. I was depressed, man. Me and Vinay both. I'm sure Vinay.
Sorry, not
And
me.
it's not just in this innings, Vinay. If you watched her before, also in the 50 over World Cup, there's been some single-handed innings against Australia. Also, she smashed 100 or something. She's really good, man.
She's probably like Dashan Sanuka. Shanaka, sorry.
What do you mean? Probably like him.
He also got unsold, right?
Acha. If she wins the World Cup, MI stocks will go up exactly. And
Yeah, exactly.
Smriti Devine is the only value for money buy for RCB. But what about Vinay? I think you would have paid that much for Ashley Gardner as well. Not Ashley Gardner, sorry. Elisa Perry. You would have paid that much.
I don't know if they're doing a fashion. If they're doing a fashion show, probably that's the best
But
period.
she's talent. Vinny, if you look at her talent, bowls
Of
fast,
course, of course. I'm just
good
kidding. I'm
batter.
just messing.
Yeah.
But
It's a good buy. Good
it's
buy.
a really good buy. She's a wonderful all rounder to have in the team, and recently she's been performing well again for Australia.
Yeah.
I don't think she's been bowling that
Yeah,
much
you're right.
compared to.
She's not bowling as much. She's
Yeah,
batting more.
not bowling as much because she was probably the first change and the opening bowler at one point. Now she's reduced her workload. Maybe it's the injury that she had from previous, but she was getting dropped and stuff from Australia team too. So you never know. She could come back with a vengeance, or it might be not a value for buy.
Yeah, and let's just take this. RCB also has as a captain Van Nyek, and she didn't she's not playing the World Cup, right? She failed some fitness test or something, but I don't think that'll be an issue in IPL. I think she will play, and yeah, again, good experience.
It's like Bumrah, you know.
Yeah, they have a couple of captains to back Smriti Mandana, but I don't know how she's going to handle it. But it looks like Smriti will be captain, even though they have other captains. I think she will
Yeah,
be
you
good.
got to look from that side too, right? Because again, IPL has only four international players. So if you want to switch or rotate or anything, then if you make a captain, then you're left with only three spots.
Yeah.
So that might play into the minds as well, and maybe that's why Smriti might be captaining the side.
Yeah, you were talking about the under 19 players. I was also surprised. Archana Devi, she had a good World Cup, especially the final. She was really good. She went unsold. I'm surprised Megan Shutt, man, because she's opening bowler for Australia. She gets the ball to swing. She's also gone unsold. A lot of foreign players, that I'm surprised about. Vinesh Bhai is joining us. Thank you so much. Look at Bhai's
Sorry,
RCB has bought.
the previous comment, Grace
Grace
Harris
Harris,
at 70.
70 lakhs.
Oh, okay. I, I'm like, Grace Harris is 70 years old.
Sorry, Lex. Looks at wise RCB has bought. I think their only side have played well in auction. No, I think UP has done really well. I think
Yeah,
Delhi has done very well. Vinesh, if you look at their teams, RCB have bought the big players. They bought
yeah,
the जो
the
एड्स
big
में आने
names. Yeah.
वाले हर 2 मिनट जब ओवर के बाद जो एड्स आते हैं उसमें पूरे आरसीबी के प्लेयर आएंगे and they have high quality players as well, no doubt. But if you look at the other teams like Delhi and UP, they have a more balanced squad. And it matters that matters a lot. If you see this men's RCB as well, they have a lot of star players. पर एंड में कंप्लेन करता है अरे बॉलर नहीं है, डेथ ओवर नहीं है, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, नंबर 3 नहीं है. And this is what happens when you buy stars for a lot of money, then you don't get to build the whole squad.
Yeah, and same thing happened in men's IPL too, right? When you compare IPL to IPL, if you see how Mumbai Indians went with all the star cast, some of them got injured, and then it was a downhill last season for them, right? This season, of course, they're gonna come back with Jofra Archer coming in and stuff, but when you buy stars, that's always your risk because then your entire team is not balanced, and if one of these stars actually go out, then your whole team shifts momentum, right? Your whole team kind of goes downhill because of the non-balance that you kind of pick in your teams and stuff. And same thing with RCB. Like one year, Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, he scored like what 900 and 700 odd runs for RCB, and then the next season there was a flop. So these kind of things will happen, especially when you just go for a star cast. When you look for more balanced legs, if you see Gujarat Titans, they didn't have too much enough stars this year when they won the IPL, the first year that they played, but they had a balanced side. Top to bottom, and that's why probably they won the IPL, because everyone was performing, everyone was chipping in. You can't have just a star cast and always expect them to perform.
Megan Shot is bought by RCB. Oh, okay. I think they bought her late on because when I saw she was unsold, so that's good. RCB got her. That's a good buy. But again, this point is really good. RCB has good foreign players, but they have only three quality Indian players, which makes seven good players only. They will struggle to fill four other positions, and that's the same thing Vinay was saying. It's the same issue with the men's team. Like they have high quality Indian players, three of them. Richa Ghosh right now is then the next big thing. 100% Smriti Mandana as well. Like, they're probably one of the best batters out there.
She is the big thing.
Yeah, exactly. She's everything right now in Indian cricket. So now it's about filling those four gaps, and that could be a problem. Whereas Delhi and UP have that sorted. I don't think it's an issue with them. They have players. They've invested in younger talent as well. They've and the overseas talent as well. They've like imagine Alisa Perry, Talia Magra, Shabnam Ismail, they're all playing together now. Like it's going to and Eccleston, man, Eccleston and Talia Magra, I can't get it like over my head. That's two high quality players in one team. So that's underrated if you look at it. But then they have the backup. They have the backup players. Deepti Sharma, she's Indian talent. So you have Shwet, what's her name? Sherawat. Is it Sherawat, Vinay?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
it's
have good backup there. Whereas RCB is missing that, I feel.
yeah, absolutely, and we've been complaining about that since the start of the show, I guess.
RCB is completely changed after Mike Hudson. I think he is the reason of recent success in auction or RCB men's team qualifying again and again for qualifying. I don't 100% agree because मेरे हिसाब से उन लोग के ऑक्शन हर वक्त अच्छा रहता है भाई. अगर आपकी टीम में गेल एवी विराट कोहली उससे पहले आपके पास जैक कैलिस थे, रॉस टेलर थे, केविन पीटरसन थे, जहीर खान थे. मतलब प्लेयर आते जाते थे आरसीबी में. Only the first auction they messed up where they bought a test team with Dravid and Wasim Jaffer. You remember?
Dravid, Wasim Jafar, Anil Kumble.
Yeah, I mean Mike Hassan, like when you see the videos and
Mike
everything, like
Hassan wasn't there that time. Mike
yeah,
Hassan
that's what
wasn't
I'm
there.
saying.
Yeah.
So he's saying it changed after Mike Hassan and it's better now, but I think they've always had good players even when he wasn't there.
One more surprising fact was RCB is the only team that hasn't completed the roster for coaching staff. They're the
They haven't
only ones
completed.
who haven't actually
तो चलो अप्लाई कर दो तुम.
come on. Hmm?
अप्लाई करेंगे हम दोनों घुस जाएंगे हाँ कोचिंग स्टाफ में.
बात
Isn't
करो अपने उस कांटेक्ट से.
isn't five the limit for foreign players in 11 for WPL? So the fifth player has to be associate nation. Otherwise, you can't play five foreign players. The
Oh,
fifth
okay. I
player,
didn't know that.
yeah,
There was a new rule for this one.
yeah, it's for this women's IPL.
Associate nations. Associate nations. So for women's, I don't know what are the
It's like
associate nations.
Ireland and these. Yeah,
Ireland and Afghanistan only, or there
I
are
don't
other
know.
associate nations.
I'm sure there is other teams as well. I don't know exactly what the associate nations
Because
are, but
Afghanistan, the problem happened, right? They
yeah,
didn't let
so it's not.
the team play.
I
So
don't think Afghanistan's there, but like I
associate
think
nation is only Ireland then.
I think so. I'm not that I don't know, but I know the rule is that the fifth player has to be. I think otherwise you can't play.
So
If they're not.
Zimbabwe
And
and stuff
I'm
still
guessing
come.
that Sri Lanka and these are not associate nations because others Atapatu would have been bought hands
Yeah,
down. So
exactly.
but yeah, overall, Vinay, if you wanna look at anything else you want to discuss from that auction, anything
No,
that
it'll be
struck
an exciting tournament, man. I think everyone was waiting for this. The World Cup kind of matches took a back step because of the women's IPL auction, I think, today. So hopefully everyone's going to get back into groove. And I think it's an exciting time for Indian cricket, for women especially, because this is the first ever big tournament that is going to get organized apart from the ICC tournaments, of course. But I think this is a good exposure. We're moving towards equality, and I think it's a good platform for everyone to showcase their talent.
और ये मेरे को ये बोलो कि from the World Cup so far, who has impressed you and like because this will of course impact the WPL as well, but who has impressed you so far? Which teams, which individuals? Like for me, I'll tell you, for example, Atapato hands down has impressed me. Sri Lanka as a whole has impressed me. I think their spinners have done a fabulous job.
Exactly.
They've been very impressive. If I look at अरे आपके दोस्त आके भी जा रहे अरे what's up Ashish man, how are you bro? Smriti to RCB. So you and Ashish, no, actually you're supporting Delhi, huh? No, you're not supporting RCB. You want to, but you can't.
Now that Punjab is in there, you need alternatives for some people, right? So
Yeah, Ireland is doing decent. एक player भी नहीं दिखा auction में. Yeah, Gabby Lewis is a good player. Like I heard about her before, read about her, but also I watched her today. She's a decent pick, but yeah, she didn't think people always start targeting RCB. Don't know the reason about this. Look at the scouting of young players and men's and or today's women. I think they're good enough, but I hope they can continue the momentum. The reason why people target RCB is because they have star-studded team और एक trophy नहीं है cabinet में. इसलिए target करते
they
हैं.
do have one trophy. They do have one trophy. You should give that to them.
What, the fair play
Uh,
award?
no, fair play award, nahi bhai. They didn't. They were runner up for the uh, IPL, but they won the what was that, Champions League?
RCB won a Champions League.
Yeah,
Okay,
RCB won the Champions
fine.
League, man.
Okay, fine. They won the Champions League, but like there's no IPL to show, and that's why they're gonna get criticized. देखो आपकी टीम में जब कोहली रहते हैं, AB रहते हैं, या ये
Yeah.
मैक्सवेल स्टार्स रहेंगे, तो अगर आप नहीं जीत रहे तो you will get criticized. तो
यूवी भी था, युवराज भी था उसमें एक टाइम
Yuvraj, and guess who Yuvraj won the IPL with? Only one team.
पे.
Wait, only one team.
Mumbai, when he
No,
didn't play, he
no.
won with Mumbai when he didn't play.
But who did he play with in the final and scored a beautiful 30?
I don't remember.
Bro, don't give me that.
I don't remember.
2016 in Chinnaswamy. Uh,
I don't remember that game.
Bro, Sunrisers, man. Sunrisers. Vinay, you're doing this
Acha,
on purpose.
I purposely, I'm not doing it on purpose. I actually didn't know.
Uh, but yeah,
He
let's
won
just.
with Mumbai too, man. He was in the team when Mumbai won.
मेरे को तो नहीं दिखा उन्हें.
Go
मैं
check.
कहता
हाँ,
मैं
तू कुछ भी बोलते रहते शो में तुम.
मेरे को तो
अब
नहीं
कौन
दिखा.
फेंकू? कौन फेंकू?
मेरे को तो नहीं, सच में नहीं दिखा, but I know that Sunrisers, he made an impact in the final semi. But let's talk about the women's. Let's talk about the women's. Yeah, the players that impressed you in the World Cup so far.
I think, like you mentioned, Sri Lankan team coming back from those two victories. I think that was a highlight of the tournament. And we've been talking about Australia team being the dominant side. I think that's going to change in this World Cup. The first game was a little shaky for them.
They
Not everyone.
destroyed them though. They
They
destroyed New
destroyed
Zealand.
them. They destroyed them, but it was a weaker team. And when you actually look at the
No, bowling,
team,
you could say at times can get hit, but they
their
absolutely
batting
nailed
also,
them.
their batting also, there were a lot of single digit scores and stuff in between. So I think they'll need to be that destroyer team in that regard, where everyone kind of plays for the team. You can't have just one person always playing for the
Look,
team, right?
maybe they might not be as the level you're expecting, but they destroyed New Zealand. Ashley
Yes.
Gardner picked up 4 wickets. Megan Shutt was good with the new ball. So I think that, yes, I agree with you that, there could be a game where they flop, but it doesn't take away that they're going to be a very tough team to beat, man.
Of course, like that's what I'm saying. Like we've been talking about that this Australian team is the best team, especially in this World Cup and stuff. They are going to be unbeatable and stuff. From the first game, they were a little shaky. That's what I'm saying. Like it can't. It's not like they can't be beaten. They could be beaten. It's just how the teams play at that point.
Yeah, and Ashish is saying that RCB has not won a Champions League. It's only been Mumbai and Chennai.
Champions League, RCB won.
Tell me which year.
It was the second year of the Champions League, I think.
Australia killed New Zealand. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Vinay has these small loopholes that he wants to expose every single time. But I think, look, aage jaake, we don't know what's going to happen. But right now, again, they look favorites. The way England's
Yeah.
playing, they're playing some baseball as well. They look dangerous side. India, I feel that Vinay, that game was shaky. There was a lot of issues in that game,
Yeah.
but the way Rodriguez
Bowling
and
was a big risk. Bowling was a big
issue.
missing 150. They shouldn't have conceded so much and stuff. And it was nerve wracking game because at the end you needed a lot of runs. Thankfully, that over where Richa Ghosh hit like three fours and stuff changed the momentum a little bit. But till then, I think it was more shaky, and Pakistan were much more dominant in that game.
But Richa Ghosh, man,
Yeah,
she's insane.
temperament. Yes,
She's such a
yeah.
good batter. Hardly know Jessica who will stay in the team, according to you, Vinay.
I think hardly.
Hmm. I think Jessica will stay. Just yeah, going off.
Yestika, the thing is, Harleen gives both with the bat and ball.
Hmm.
That's why I prefer her over Yestika. Yestika is definitely a good batter, but if Smriti comes in, I think it'll be unfortunate for her to miss out.
Yeah, and did you see the them watching the auction? You saw those clips on Instagram. They're like so
Yeah,
excited. They're all cheering each other on, and it was good to see that. Like it's a good unit. The thing is, on the field there are some issues, but sometimes individual brilliance. Also, the pitches are going to deteriorate. I think that will suit India, but that makes Australia even dangerous because man, that
yeah.
Ashley Gardner and Alana King, oh, they're really good spinners, underrated. So that's what Australia has covered. And England as well. I think they have good spinners. Eccleston.
I was
Eccleston.
actually surprised the way New Zealand actually played that game. Like, they're a solid unit with Sophie Devine and everyone in their team. They're a
Hmm.
solid unit. The way they played was very underwhelming to their own team, right? But again, New Zealand is that team where if they lose, no one talks about them. If they win, then no one talks about them, kind of thing. It's always been that case with New Zealand. So I think it was a morale victory for Australia, but New Zealand might come back stronger for the rest of the tournament.
And do you think Sri Lanka will make it to the semis?
At this point, yes.
Yeah, baby, let's go. Let's
You
go,
had
man.
to. You
Whole
had to.
team. I
You
keep
had
tagging
to.
you every. You're not responding to me, man. I'm the only one
Why would I?
supporting you. X1 का भी auction हो गया क्या पूछ रहे हैं?
हो जाए तो कुछ लोग बहुत अनसोल्ड जाएंगे.
मेरे तरफ इशारा कर रहे तो 1.5 crore for Yesaka is too much. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. It is
yeah,
a tad too much. If Harmanpreet went for what 1.8,
yeah.
1. Yeah. So yeah, it
Yestika is
is.
a good talent to have, but she's not at that level as some of the other players right now. So, in that regard, like if you remember, what Krishnappa Gautam, he
Yeah.
got sold to CSK for like 8 crores or something, and he sat out the entire tournament. If you
Yeah.
remember, right?
I
So
remember.
you don't want to be in that boat as well, where young talent is coming up. I understand that she's a young talent, but I think she needs to prove herself a little more before you tag her with that much money and stuff.
Captains, Vinay, if you look at it, let's discuss captains. RCB will be Smriti Mandana, even though there
Yeah,
are other captains there. Mumbai, Harmanpreet, no
Harmanpreet.
argument.
Yeah,
UP, who are you going for? Are you going
Deepti Sharma
Deepti?
most likely.
Going Deepti? I'll go Alisa Healy just to be a bit different, but I know what you're saying about the
Yeah,
foreign thing. And then Delhi
and
captain.
Alicia Healy, I think she's coming back from injury or something, so she's not 100% fit or something, is what I heard.
Hmm. But 70 lakhs is too little still.
Yeah.
Uh, your Delhi?
Delhi is little tough. I think Jamima might get picked, or even
Come on, man.
they might go with Shifali Verma as well.
Bro, they have Meg Lanning, right?
I know they have McGlenn,
That's
but
it.
again,
Ricky Ponting. No argument, Vinay, man. I've
Ricky
stopped
Ponting
talking
is
to
not
you.
there as the
No,
coaching
man.
staff, by
The
the way.
most successful
Ricky
captain in
Ponting
women's
is Ricky Ponting is not there as coaching staff, by the way.
and I'm not saying that. I'm saying she's the Ricky Ponting of the women's cricket. That's what I'm
I
saying.
understand that. I understand that, but again, she might occupy someone's space, right? Depending on the team and stuff.
Let her occupy. I would let her occupy anyone's space. She's like so successful. She's a excellent batter as well. And I think for one season they need that experience. They need
Yeah,
somebody with a calmer head who understands the game deeply. I think for a pressure manner, then she has to handle all these people. It'll be a bit difficult because there are going to be all rounders in the team who will want that extra over. Some people get hit for 20 runs, but they still want to go to the captain and say bhai over those. So she'll have to handle that. I think Meg Lanning is much better off.
yeah,
And I think the Indian girls as well. It'll be a good experience for them if Meg Lanning captains.
yeah.
I'll I'll be very thing. And Gujarat.
Gujarat, I don't know the players there.
Gujarat. I can tell you some of the players if you want, and we can go from there. They have Beth Mooney. I don't know if she will captain because again, Australia. Sophia Dunkley. No, I don't think she'll be captain. Ashley Gardner.
Ashley
They
Gardner.
got all
Okay.
foreign players, man. Gujarat got a lot of foreign players.
Yeah.
So
Who's their Indian player?
I don't know, man. I have to check, but they bought more. They bought more foreign
Who's
players
your
than
captain for Gujarat?
Ashley Gardner.
Ashley Gardner. That's why you stopped there.
The reason why is she's my I think is most expensive. I need to like analyze it and see.
It's
I'm not
not.
sure.
That's not the reason. That's not the reason because of the first name.
Actually, we sold Vinny to
That's your
Eagles.
reason.
No, you broke Eagles for Vinny. Punter, don't. You
Ulta
broke
bolo.
whole club because of Vinny. It's okay. We can't win trophy, but you're an RCB fan. That's why you're getting emotional. But that doesn't mean you can say they bought fashion stars. Look at his up there. No, that's not. It's
No,
not.
no,
It's
that
not.
was just a joke. That was just a
Yeah,
joke
that's
that
just
we
a
were
joke.
trying
Don't
to
worry
do.
about it. But the thing with RCB, the criticism is not that they have excellent players, but it's they don't plug in the gaps. Those utility players, those extra Indian players. They've invested in three amazing Indian players, four amazing foreigners. But what about the rest of the four players? That is the issue the RCB have in the women's team, even in the men's team. Men's team, they have Maxwell, they have Virat Kohli, they have Faf,
There
but
are
then
no backups as well. There are no backups as well. Yeah, there are no
yeah,
backups as well. Like if someone gets injured, then you don't have the appropriate backup to actually fill in those gaps. So that's the biggest problem RCB has always had.
yeah. Chirag was saying foreign captains have less success rate in IPL. Also, that is true, but it also is like maybe they're not giving as much opportunities as Indian players. If you look at Hyderabad, has an amazing success rate with foreign captains. Gilchrist and Warner both have won IPLs for them. They have a really good, and Warner consistently got them into the playoffs. So yeah, I guess you're right. They have a less success rate for sure, but maybe that could also be because there's very few right now foreign captains.
No,
RCB
the
women might win.
other thing. Sorry, going back to the previous comment. The other problem with the IPL captains, you see, when you take foreign captains like Ian Morgan, when he was KKR captain, he was occupying a space, according to me. When even Warner the previous season, and then Kane Williamson last season for SRS, they were occupying a spot where it could have been someone else who could have come in because they were captains. They were pretty much there in the team and stuff, and similar thing, like many teams had this problem and stuff. So that's the biggest problem that teams have,
But then you
especially.
look at Punjab, they gave the captain to Mayank Agarwal, he couldn't handle it. So you
Yeah,
have to, it's a 50-50 situation. It depends on which angle you look at it from. I always look
exactly.
at it
Yeah,
from, yeah, I always look at it from the other side. But yeah, fair enough. RCB women might win before the men. It's a
absolutely.
possibility.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. पैसे देके बेचना पड़ेगा out of budget. नहीं भाई विनय तो आप ये पूरा क्लब जो बना है विनय के वजह से तो बना है द सेकंड चैंपियंस लीग वाज वन बाय चेन्नई RCB has never won Champions League. MI won 2 times, Chennai 2 times, New South Wales once, and Sydney Sixers once. That's what I was saying. They never had a trophy. I don't know. Vinay, look, this is the problem. तुम इतना कॉन्फिडेंस से बोलते मैं भी परेशान हो जाता हूँ डॉन भी परेशान हो जाते हैं करते तुम इतने
See,
कॉन्फिडेंस से
viewers को मैं
क्या
ऑक्यूपाई
बात
करके रखता हूँ ना
है इस प्रोग्राम का सलीम फेंकू तुम ही छे तुम ही I completely get your point. They always go for a big brand. That's true, but I think they have about a good young players in team today or men's in this season. Look, today they've got some outstanding players. Richa Ghosh is brilliant, fantastic by Alisa Piri, amazing, outstanding player. Smriti Mandana, amazing players. But again, if they don't win, what are you going to question? You're going to question this strategy where you invested in a lot in big players, but then you don't have enough budget to complete your team. And when that becomes a problem, then the same thing happened with Deccan Chargers in the first season. They got some amazing players. They didn't play half the players because you can only play 4 foreign. They bought 8 foreign. उसमें Gibbs भी था, Afridi भी था, Gilchrist था, Scott Tyrus था, Chaminda was, कौन की थे? I think Muralitharan was also there in the first thing, if I'm not mistaken.
मुरलीधरन इसमें था CSK था.
Oh, he was in CSK, sorry. But yeah, they had a lot of players. So this is the problem that RCB will have. They need, they need a proper 11 and then it can work out. I think for me, UP has the best team. Just the way they bought, I really like the team. Even the foreign players are all utility players. Elisa Healy, she's a wicket keeper as well, so she's providing you that utility. All the other players are also providing you with both bat and ball. Um,
For Vinesh bhai, like talking about the men's team, right? Rajat Patidar, that guy came as a replacement in this year's IPL. He was unsold, then came as a replacement for someone else, scored 100, and now he's been selected to Indian team and stuff. Also, I know he's sitting on the bench, but he's select. So yes, in certain way, RCB has invested on some young talent and stuff, but I think they need to. Harness that, like not only have only the big players, they need to harness those young talents and stuff that are upcoming, and they need to focus more on those kind of talents and bring them up.
Yeah, and Vinay, just a quick update from the T20 World Cup. England have won by 4 wickets. They lost quite a few towards the end, but in the end, they chased down Ireland's total. And also, the PSL has started, and Lahore Qalandars are playing Multan Sultans in Multan. Mirza Beg and Fakhar Zaman batting right now, 45 for 0 and 5 point overs. The PSL has started today. Vinay, are you excited, and who are you supporting?
I think for me, Shine Shahs Afridi's team. Which one is that?
Lahore Qalandar.
Lahore Kalandar for me.
Lahore जो भी जीते तो वहीं पे चिपक जाते तुम हैं.
No, no. I don't like Rizwan too much because he's a one man show and he's very slow in T20. But that bowling unit of Lahore Kalandars is just next level, man. I think.
I like the Quetta one. Naseem Shah, Hasnain, I like that one. That's my
Yeah,
I
but
like.
look at the Lahore Kalandar bowling lineup. You have
No, no,
Haris
no.
Rauf, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Rashid Khan. Uh,
हाँ, पिंडे में मिला
और
देंगे.
कौन चाहिए तुम्हें?
ब्रो विनय कुछ बोलने वाला था मैं. हाँ, तुम वो देखे इमाद वसीम क्या बोला?
No, I didn't see.
So Babar Azam was the captain of Karachi Kings. He has moved now to Peshawar Zalmi,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Imad Wasim has become the captain. And he said something along the lines: "Now we have a unit who will play for the team and not people for individual scores."
I
And
didn't see.
tomorrow, Valentine's Day, Peshawar Zalmi versus Karachi Kings is going to be fire game, man. Fire. And Shoaib Malik has gone to Karachi, so yeah,
Okay.
you won't see Babar in a Karachi jersey anymore. He's playing in a
Yeah,
yellow jersey.
Babar is Peshawar Zalmi. I saw that.
He's a
They
Zalmi.
bought one for like four players or something. They
Mm.
traded four players for Babar Azam, I think.
Yeah, Babar. So Bobby again, brand value.
Yeah.
Baba Azam, Pakistan Kashan, Pakistan Kajan. They had Andrew Simons in Deccan Chargers. Man, don't remind me. We had everybody, bro, but it didn't click. But trophy to goal nahi hai. They want to create brand, and they are able to do since the last 10 years. Fair enough. If that is your goal, the goal is to create a brand and everything. But again, if you see that in the men's team, it was KKR who had the most profitable brand. They were the first team to break even, Kolkata Knight Riders. So again, over there they fell short. They weren't the first team to build that brand. Now that's maybe their goal, and they're learning. They have a very good social media game. In general, if you go to the Chinnaswamy, it's a brilliant atmosphere. They're always backing the team, even if they're losing. And I agree with that. I completely agree. But if you're going to talk about the trophy, then you'll have to look at the weaknesses in the team. Yeah, you'll have to discuss like where is the issue
But
going.
that brand, in a way, kind of went down too because RCB had the Kingfisher brand, and the Kingfisher brand there was airlines, there was beer was always there and stuff. But I understand the beer consumption is different in India and stuff, but the airlines went down. So I don't know if the brand kind of lasted for so many years and stuff.
No, his
But
that sponsors that will come and go. But the whole the
स्पॉन्सर नहीं
actual
भैया वो जो मेन बंदा है, वो छुप के बैठा है यूके में
मालूम
स्पॉन्सर
है
नहीं है
the
वो
actual team value here because of the players
yeah.
that you have. It's become that kind of RCB play bold. It's like a proper brand now. Himanshu Sharma and Avinash Singh and Akash Deep they bought in this season, and Avinash Singh can touch 150 plus. I heard that. Let's see. You know who touches 150 also? Umran Malik. New Zealand versus SA World Cup predictions. Ooh, this is a tough one because both teams
Both
need a win. I think South
yeah.
Africa more batty. The home team they lost to Sri Lanka. If they lose today, they're out of the tournament. It seems for me. So yeah, Vinay, go
on
ahead with your prediction.
on paper New Zealand, but on form it could be either or.
I'm gonna go South Africa. Shabnam Ismail, Death Bowler, Marizan Cap, Laura Volvard. I'm gonna go South Africa. I'm gonna keep backing them because I picked them for the semi-finals, and it's going to be embarrassing if they get knocked out today. Like,
Yeah,
so I want South Africa. And it's good because, the home team, the crowd is coming in, supporting them. It's a full stadium. It's nice to have a home team and like going far in a tournament. Amir versus Babar.
of
Yes.
course. Amen.
No, Punter Singh, South Africa will win. डीसी में ओनर नहीं आया जो प्राइसेस बढ़ाता है नहीं आया
तभी बार्गेन बाइज हुए आज.
हाँ, अच्छा खरीदे दिल्ली अगर आप देखें तो उनका ऑक्शन बहुत अच्छा गया मैरिसन कैप जमीमा रॉड्रिग्स मैग लैनिंग माय कैप्टन मैन इनक्रेडिबल एंड also Shifali is outstanding.
Yeah.
Yep, he said we want more match winners instead of playing for himself. I think Imad is absolutely right. Babar is just selfish, and Imad is way better captain than Babar. He was the captain when KKR when Karachi Kings won. So that's the thing. Like, I understand that. Like, that is our opinions. A lot of people have that opinion about Babar. That is a selfish player on a board time, lagata and everything like that. Magar for your like a former teammate who you played with, who you won the Champions Trophy with, to say that it's a bit shocking.
But I think Babar is the reason why Imad is not in the team.
Yeah,
Yeah, in Pakistan team. So I think we
that's why
understand the
he's
emotion
upset.
where it
That's
comes
why he's
from.
upset about it. But like, I mean, he said it openly. So I was a bit surprised, but it's good. Like, if that's his thoughts, that's his thoughts. It's good that he's saying it. I don't have any problem if someone
Yeah.
says that. I think you're right. I think कुछ गुस्सा है वहाँ पे between कुछ लफड़ा तो है between
And
Imad and
hopefully now that some former people have come in back into the selecting format, maybe Amir can come back to Pakistan and even Imad Wasim for that reason.
Mohammad Amir's age. Could you let me just double
He's
check?
still he's still lethal, man. You should see how he played in um,
I saw I saw in
the
CPL.
Caribbean League and everything,
He's 30.
CPL and
He's
everything.
like he's 30. So yeah, I mean he still has it in him. He can
Yeah,
play.
exactly.
पैसे नहीं है कुछ और देना पड़ेगा फ्यूचर कैप्टन स्मिथी इन आरसीबी current captain core in Mumbai Indian yes that's true vice captain and captain I hope tomorrow Amir gets him out in tomorrow match Babar show the reality check भैया
That'll
किसी
be
को
an
बाबर
interesting
नहीं पसंद आ
contest.
रहा बॉबी सो बॉबी आजम पुरानी खबर पीएसएल स्टार्ट बेबी इफ्ती चाचू लेट्स गो कौन सी पुरानी खबर हाँ मालूम मगर मैं डिस्कस नहीं कर रहा ये बात मैच शुरू हो गया चल रहा है अभी लाहौर कलंदर्स बैटिंग कर रहे हैं against the Multan Sultans. The game is in Multan. I think 61 for 0 हो गया 7 ओवर में. So Fakhr Zaman and Mirza Beg are batting well, batting strong. Fakhr Zaman strike rate of 155. Vinay. Will they make Shadab Khan captain?
At this point, I don't know. They should. He has really good experience and stuff. But from what I remember, the tournament that they played against recently in Pakistan, was it Australia or New Zealand? One of the tournaments. Shadab Khan was playing BBL, and he wasn't there in Pakistan squad for some reason.
He's not in the test team, that's why.
No, one day also. I
And
think
then
he
he
was
came back for the 1 days, but he got injured.
okay. Because I saw him playing BBL, I didn't see him playing for Pakistan this tournament and stuff. So I don't know if there's something there. But from current this thing, I think they should make Shadab Khan captain.
Shadab Khan captain. Yeah, look, he captains for Islamabad. He's done a good job over there.
Yeah.
Islamabad have a very exciting team, mind you. Like, I think Azam Khan is also playing for them. They have Munro.
Azam
Also,
Khan came from, wasn't he part of Karachi?
no, the color, the jerseys might look similar to you, but Azam Khan, I'm talking about Moin Khan Singh.
Yeah. Azam Khan,
Yeah,
I thought he was in a purple jersey for
if
some
you're
reason.
gonna, no, he's in. I don't know where he was before, but he's in Islamabad this time around.
Okay.
Accepted, PSL is the second biggest league in the world just because of bowling. Yeah, I mean, it's the bowling is outstanding. I'll accept it. So I don't have no argument for that. Morgan has retired from all forms of cricket. Yes, it
Yeah.
was announced. Okay. Owen Morgan, man, hats off. He changed the one-day cricket for England, made them such a successful team, and now it's translating into the Test.
Most successful captain for England in red ball.
This guy is like the godfather of English cricket. Now we're going to
Correct.
remember him 20 years down the line as someone who revolutionized England cricket.
Yeah.
They had a timid approach in big tournaments, in bilaterals as well. But the way he's just changed them, and it's out of the box. England always want to do the proper way, this and that. He changed it completely. completely. I think he's an
Yeah.
Irishman himself, so he has a different mentality. He doesn't care, like he doesn't want to play the proper way. He wants a different way. Not shy of losing matches, not shy of getting out early. And it's a lot of reward. So hats off to him. Shan Masood, vice captain hai. शान मसूद को भी आप देखो पॉलिटिक्स बहुत है भाई पाकिस्तान की टीम में अगर देखे तो बहुत पॉलिटिक्स है शान मसूद को भी कई को डाल दिया वाइस कैप्टन मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा it's a mess over the current PCB management will probably go with Shan Masood if they change captain. I would go with Shadab. Today, Amir said, when I heard news about trading Malik to Karachi for Babar, I was thinking I can give 3 Babar to get Shoaib Malik. So even Amir has a problem with Babar, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I thought Amir had a problem with Ramiz Raja. I didn't know it was
No, no,
Babar.
no. It was all with Babar Azam.
So it's going to be feisty tomorrow's
Oh,
game.
of course, bro. That's what I said. Like Imad Wasim bhi against hai, Amir bhi against hai unke. And they've
खतरनाक
been
हो जाएगा
performing well. They've been performing well. It's they talk about fitness issues and stuff. That's why they didn't come in. But it wasn't that.
बाबर जब बैटिंग करने के लिए आएंगे 100 बॉल मांगेंगे फिर कैप्टन तो खुद पावर प्ले में डाल दे सकते अगर करना है तो इमाद वसीम को
That's
मोहम्मद
true.
आमिर will also want the ball. They all want the ball, huh?
Yeah. Let's see
So,
what happens. It'll be a feisty
Right.
encounter.
No, Babar is the reason today Amir is not playing for Pakistan. Okay.
Yeah.
Babar
Because
has
आमिर का फिटनेस इशू नहीं था. आमिर का कभी भी फिटनेस इशू नहीं था. बट बोला गया फिटनेस इशू की वजह से. So let's see.
Shoaib Malik, he was really good friends with Babar Azam. Now I don't know what the equation is, but he's also in
Yeah.
Karachi and he was also dropped. So I don't know how the equation is. Because he had a tweet after
हफीज भाई खेल रहे अभी. हफीज भाई
PSL का, I don't think. I have to double check. But Shoaib bhai खेल रहे. Shoaib bhai Karachi Kings में खेल
शोएब
रहे.
भाई तो खेल रहे. शोएब भाई अभी कहाँ जा रहे. अभी तो उनको पैसे भी इकट्ठा करने. क्या पता
I would
एलिमनी
go
देना पड़े.
with Shadab as well. He is the official vice captain of the ODI and T20 team. Shan was just the vice captain because Shadab was injured. Rizwan is the test vice captain. There you go.
रिजवान को तो टेस्ट कैप्टन होने ही नहीं चाहिए. वाइस कैप्टन.
Again, I think Babar के साथ relationship अच्छा है उसका दोनों open
No,
भी
but
करते हैं.
Rizwan is not even first choice anymore. After Sarfaraz had that impactful test series,
That's
I don't think Rizwan
in
is.
Test cricket, yeah.
Yeah.
Hafiz is playing for Quetta, so Hafiz is there.
Yeah.
Muhammad Hafiz, Quetta Gladiators, and captain by Sarfaraz. He has a point to prove as well. Sarfaraz. There's a one-day World Cup coming up. अगर उन्हें जिता दिया, they
I
will be
don't
talking.
think Sarfaraz is in the fray for one day or T20
You
World Cup.
say
I
that,
think
but in Pakistan, there's a different discourse. So the lobby against Babar, whether it's journalists, players, or anything, they're all wanting this. Amir, Imad Wasim, they all want Sarfaraz back in. And even if you look at journalists, Ashish also follows a lot of YouTubers in Pakistan. The people who are against Babar, they want Sarfaraz as captain. It's a big lobby going on. So if he wins, they'll have more to talk about. Again, it's unlikely. I agree with you. One day cricket में उसको लेके आना नहीं लेके आना मगर they'll have something to say कि भाई उसको लेके आओ उसको कप्तान बनाओ वन डे वर्ल्ड कप के लिए सर्फी उसके साथ थोड़ा सा वो भी हो गया था ज्यादा कर दिए थे लाइक 3-4 साल नहीं खिलाए इन BBL Amir is second or third highest wicket taker and bowling 144 clicks with playing all matches. He has no fitness issues and is in good form. I hope he gets him out tomorrow. Yeah.
Inshallah.
To wrap it up, your final thoughts, the women's IPL auction, the World Cup, anything you wanted to discuss, anything you wanted to say?
No, I think it will be exciting times for women's cricket, and let's hope for the best. And it's a good World Cup going on right now. So let's see if India actually overcomes all the hurdles. They're not the favorites, but they're definitely not the underdogs as well.
I think Australia, England पहुंच जाएंगी semi-final. India was probably the third team who will reach. The fourth team right now it's up in the air. Sri Lanka could also make it, and that will be great for Vinay and for
No,
everybody.
it won't be great for me.
What I would
Sorry.
say, what I would say is in the knockouts it'll become a different ball game. Then if Harmanpreet scores 100 or something like that, individual performances can defeat teams at times in knockout matches. We saw that in 2007 World Cup, India, Australia, Harmanpreet with that crazy innings. So in knockouts you don't know what's going to happen. But right now I would say Australia are still firm favorites in this tournament to win the tournament. It's going to be difficult to beat them, but they can be beaten. In a knockout game or even in a group stage, they can be beaten, but it's going to be extremely difficult. So I'll keep Australia.
India did beat them at home condition. I understand that, but See, again, that could happen.
India, what?
India beat them in home condition, right? Not the series, but at least one game.
In Australia, you're saying?
No, in India.
Yeah, they won one game, but they lost the series eventually, right?
Yeah,
India.
they lost the series, but so that's what I'm saying. Like, Australia could be beaten.
Yeah, they could be beaten. Yeah, it's not like they can not beaten. But again, with this Australian team, they rise up in the big tournaments. Like they
Yeah,
let go of a warm up game, they let go of a bilateral match. But sometimes, especially in a knockout game, they just have that experience. But I think right now, Harmanpreet, especially as captain and Smriti as vice captain, they've been in this situation so many times. I think they just need to tell the girls to relax. Like, if they're
yeah,
in a knockout game, you need to relax now. We already know the worst case scenario. We're going to lose. There's going to be heartbreak. It's happened 3-4 times with us. It's fine,
yeah.
but just be, because it's not. It's a mental thing. I'll tell you why. Every time, 2 or 3 times I noticed they were in a winning position and they let it go finish. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when you're in a winning position, don't get
Yeah.
anxious. Play it out. That's what I would say.
It's about if it's India versus Australia, it's all about the Indian batting versus Australian team.
ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम आशीष भाई सिंह सैफू भाई नॉट सरफराज ब्रफ सैफू भाई भाई हम अपन इतने क्लोज नहीं है उनसे आप बोल सकते हैं उनको सैफू भाई हमको रिस्पेक्ट देना पड़ता मिस्टर सरफराज अहमद इट्स गोइंग बाय रिजवान इफ गोइंग बाय रिजवान इंटरव्यू recently he said he told Babar and coach to drop him for New Zealand test series as they didn't want to he's not going anywhere. Okay. Who is your favorite team in men's IPL and women's IPL? Question to both of you, sir.
Delhi.
No CSK anymore, huh, Vinay?
CSK was all about just Dhoni, man. It was one man show for me.
I have in the men's IPL, I support Sunrisers Hyderabad. In the women's IPL, I don't have a team because Sunrise is not there. So I'll just I'll follow all the teams. I'll watch all the players. Which team I think is really strong is UP, but that doesn't mean I'm going to support any team. I think I'll just watch as a neutral. I'll enjoy all the players and who's going to perform. But
He'll join
I
the bandwagon whenever required.
Yeah, I'll join the bandwagon required, but I don't have a team in the women's IPL because Sunrise is not there. I support Orange Army for life until they change the name. Even this time versus Pakistan, I didn't see any panic in the dressing room, so that's an improvement. That's true, but again, you expect India to beat Pakistan in the women's game. You expect India to. Honestly, Pakistan have really improved. I was very impressed with young Aisha Naseem. I think she is a very, very bright prospect. Only 18 years old. The way she batted, that strike rate which she batted with, outstanding. She put India under a bit of pressure. But again, then when you have like Ashley Gardner, Lisa Perry bowling, Alana King, you have McLanning batting, Alisa Healy batting, it's going to be a different ball game. That's when the pressure will be on. And we saw in the Commonwealth final, Jitaba match, the Harmanpreet and I think it was Rodriguez who were batting. They could have chased that target down, but they slipped up just in the last minute and gave Australia back. And they handed back the final to them. So that's what I'm worried about. Just a few more comments. If tomorrow Babar gets out to Amir, then I completely sure he will make a comeback in Pakistan. I mean, the PSL is going to go on for a long time, so it's not just one game. They're going to play each other a couple times, 2-3 times, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, Vinay, I will let you go as well. I will take everyone's leave. Thank you so much. जो भी आप जुड़े हमारे साथ बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Chirag bhai always with us. Ashish bhai, thank you so much. Vinesh bhai, Punter, Ibrahim bhai, everyone who joined us today, really appreciate it. Make sure you like the video as well, and share it with your friends and family. We'll continue to look to grow the channel. आज हमारे co-host नहीं आए और हमारे owner साहब भी नहीं आए, मगर they'll join us in the next few episodes. Vinay, thank you for stepping in and giving your opinions, and I will catch you hopefully very soon. Enjoy the PSL, enjoy the Women's World Cup, and enjoy your night, and enjoy Valentine's Day, more importantly. Last comment, sorry. It's okay, we can't win trophy, but that means, okay, we already took this. Sorry.
Last comment was from Punter, I think. Liverpool versus Everton. Dead game. Dead game.
Oh, I'm so pumped up, man. This is going to be a huge game, bro. Merseyside derby, massive in the context of the league. There's Liverpool need to win to stay in the 10th position, and Everton they need to win to get out of the relegation battle. Massive game, and yeah, if Liverpool lose,
The massive game is on Wednesday for someone.
Not everybody's in that situation, so
Yeah.
yeah.
No, massive game is on Wednesday. Massive game is on Wednesday. It's
Arsenal versus
gonna decide. It's
Man
gonna
City.
decide how the league is gonna end.
Massive game is Wednesday. Bro, my massive game is on Thursday, man. We're playing Barcelona, bro. That's a
Oh, of
huge
course,
game.
bro. That's a different. That's a different
So big,
advantage.
bro. So peaceful cracker.
Apparently Sabitzer is not playing that game. He's suspended.
For you, the massive game is on Wednesday. For me, the
Yeah,
massive
shut
game.
up.
Hala
Sabitzer is
Madrid,
not playing on this one, by the
world
way.
champion, and who is winning PSG versus Bayern? I'm gonna go PSG because
I'm gonna
PSG
go
needs.
Bayern. PSG always succumb in the thing, and I hate Messi, so I'll go
Oh,
Bayern.
great. That's strong words, huh? For the
Yeah.
best player, or the greatest player
Oh,
of all time.
talk about the
Best of luck for
Sabitzer.
Wednesday, bro. Best of luck. Thank you for joining. But yeah, guys, शुक्रिया बहुत बहुत एंड इंशाल्लाह हाँ मैंने आप कुछ बोलना चाह रहे थे तो
No,
बोल लो.
Sabitzer is not playing Thursday. Is Casemiro back for the Thursday game?
Mbappe injured so bad. Bro, they still have players, man. Punter, how does it feel to be in 10th, bro? मेरे पे बहुत हंस रहे थे 2-3 साल से Punter. Young boy से जब हारे वो दिना मैं कभी नहीं भूलूंगा. How does it feel to be 10th, man? Today is going to be massive game for 10th place. I'm going to watch it. I'm excited. And whoever's football fans, join us on Chasing Green Honors. We have a show today in 2.5 hours. So we'll discuss some football over there. Until then, this is me, Mustafa Ismail, signing off. Hari Haran. Wednesday is massive for him. Thursday is massive for me. So, okay, guys, and catch you soon.